Right lads, here we are, episode 20 of Baggio. Today we take on PSG. I had to do the first encounter between us and PSG. Things have been going pretty well. We're actually favourites for today. We are, as you can see, the title race is hotting up nicely. Very, very tight. We have had one blip, 9 wins out of 10, 1 draw. That was at home to Marseille and we absolutely pummeled them. Absolutely pummeled them. We just couldn't score. Our form, so did we play? I think our first game in charge, wasn't it? Lyon at home. Our form has been awesome. Some really impressive, even though we played POK twice in the space of a week in the Champions League starting. We picked up a 4-0 win and a 5-1 win. And we also just beat Bayern Munich as well. A little bit lucky, must admit. We're still not, to be fair, I had a chance to really stamp my authority. The thing that we are struggling with, the Champions League squad, is I've only named about 21 players. There's no French players. There's barely any players. Basically, there's no French players, so that has cost us in terms of how many players I can have in the squad. So we're down to bare bones. We've got a bit of an injury crisis as well. We're very quickly going to look at the PSG squad. I actually think it's still there because they've dominated of PSG. Oh no, Tuchel left, didn't he? Tuchel left in the summer. He was Monaco. I ain't even going to pronounce his name. Monaco. Look at that stadium. Absolute beauty of a stadium. That's our previous manager. They have got Kepa as the keeper. Pablo Maffio. Big fan of him in FM19. Still got Marquinhos. Diakabi's there. Bahi's there, but he's out on loan. Baba Rahman, Lucas Digne, Celso, Wanyama's there, Moratti, Mikel Merino, Milinkovic-Savic, Vigo, Carrasco, Neymar, Asensio, Dembele, Pulisic, Cavani, and then an 18-year-old worth £46 million. So it'll be interesting to see if he plays today. He's pretty good. Not bad for an 18-year-old. Us, on the other hand, we're playing this 4-2-4. We've struggled. We've not struggled in terms of performances, but Ronnie Lopez, in particular, is our captain. He plays really well, but he just doesn't stay fit. Does not stay fit. He's had 3 or 4 injuries, and it's not as if we're overusing him. I am quite cautious because of the standard of teams that we've played in the French league. We have been able to rotate a fair bit, but we still keep... Well, he keeps getting injured. Giotta's just made it so he can come in and we'll swap them over. We have got the youngster Roussel back. So we're not doing too bad. Giotta's not going to last a full game either, so we need to be careful of that. We've got so many central midfielders. They're all unhappy. People are happy how I've treated this guy, Matthias Jensen, but he's just not. Just annoys me. It's really shit signing from Monaco, the last manager, because we've got Tielemans, Golovin, Paredes, Rafinha, Maya, Palacios, Jensen, all can play in the middle of the park. But anyway, we need to strengthen January. The hope is to buy French. We've got, if we go back to the squad, the whole squad, we've got three French players, and one is 17, who's just literally in the squad and training. So we really need to change that. We've got the sort of like the same amount of Argentinians, same amount of Spanish. We've got a right mix in there, and we need to change that. I always like to make sure we have a backbone of that nationality in the team, and that's what we'll do. So they've gone with a bit defensive, a 4-4-1-1, and we're at it. We are going for it. Pellegrini is class. What I'll show you before we finish as well, I've had a fair few games with Italy. Started so well with Italy as well. We've been a bit of a drawing patch, but I will show you that before we finish. We've got first highlight of the game. Can we make a really big statement today? Pellegrini, sorry. Golovin's going to get it. Meunier. Edouard... I nearly said Edouard Cisse then. Random. Meunier driving forward. No, he lost it. Playing against his own club. What a centre midfield for PSG. Verratti and Milinkovic-Savic. We've got Cavani. He slipped in. Milinkovic-Savic. Good save by Blanco. And we've survived. Here we go. Throw in Asensio. Sola. Defended it. Can we win it back? No, we can't. Milinkovic-Savic has just fired one wide. We're just going to have to tighten it up. Here we go. Tielemans. Big chance. He's put it in the top corner. Monaco are leading PSG 1-0. So PSG have absolutely dominated the league. They've won all the titles. What we 5 seasons in? I think they've won all 5, or they've won all 4. Here we go. Eduard's in. No, cleared. We've got it back. Golovin. Jota. Hit it. Oh, good strike, good save. Edging it possession-wise, 59% to 41. And we're not really a possession team. My tactics quite get the ball forward quickly. Squeeze up the park. Poor effort. Weak effort. Munia. Asensio. Here we go. PSG on the break. Good tackle. Now is it a chance for us to break? Veldi has just smashed it up the pitch. Is he going to get sent off here? Send him off. He's already been booked. Marquinhos is getting his second yellow. And the game is playing right into our hands just before half time. We're going to be 1-0 up and we are playing against 10 men. Put Milinkovic-Savic into the back 4 for now. Surely that will change at half time. Let's see if PSG make a change. Don't think they have. No, Milinkovic-Savic is playing in the back 4. Asensio is playing in the middle of the park. Surely they have subs on the bench. We've just got to be careful though that we don't sit too deep. We've got to keep pushing. Keep pressing. Push up the park and leave Cavani isolated up top. He'll be getting on a bit. It'll be 35, I'd have thought. Here we go, Asensio. Dembele. Save Blanco. Just going to have a push forward. Right, 25 to go. Cisse, we're going to give. And then what we'll do is we'll play with it. Go back. And we'll do that. Verratti. No, we're safe. We're safe. So at the moment we are leading. Not a humdinger of a game, but it's going to be a vital. These games are going to be massive because neither team are really going to drop points because the league is pretty... The top 3 or 4 teams are so much better than the rest of the league. These top games are definitely 6-pointers. Here we go, Rafinha. Oh, he's in. Pellegrini's in. Finish it. Good save by Kepa. Tielemans with a corner. Deep, Pellegrini's underneath it. They're going to clear it. I think that'll be that. I think we were on top. We were on top before the red card. And they're going to get one last chance. Dembele is absolutely storming through the middle of the pitch. Kuzan, the youngster. And he's kicked it out of play. Good lad. Cheers, bud. There it is. 1-0 to the Monaco. Don't get many of them, but we've absolutely smashed them. 22 attempts to 7. What a performance. Tielemans man of the match with a beautiful free kick. What I will do, I will show you the form of the Azzurri, how the team's looking. We are playing a similar formation. We haven't really got a shadow striker. We've shipped out a couple players like Jorginho's gone, Florenzi. There's a couple of other players that would get Gilardino, I think he's called, centre midfielder. I've just shifted them out. I've got a young striker in called De Grassa. He's only 21. I've got him in the squad. He's sort of like my third choice striker. So, Italy. So, the games that I've played as manager, we started off with a 3-1 win against Switzerland in the Nations League. Did really well. We absolutely battered England at home. Only drew. I then made a big bollock. I decided not to play the home game against Australia because it was just a friendly. They played a full strength team and all my players were like 85, 86%. So I had to pretty much play my second string for the home game and we drew against Switzerland, which is a bit of a shame because a win would have done it. Yeah, a win would have pretty much sealed qualification to the final. So we're playing Switzerland and England are going to play, and then Italy. Who's first? Yeah, Switzerland, England first, and then us. So it'll be interesting. We'll know what we'll need to do. We'll have to get something probably out of the game. A draw is going to leave it a bit too tight anyway. So we're going to have to do something in that last game. And it'll be difficult at Wembley. The squad is looking a little bit nice. There's not going to be too many changes. So we've got Insigne in there. He's the oldest. Is he the oldest? Yeah. So we're looking with the next 2 years in mind. So like 2024 competitions. We've got a lot of boys that are around 20. So we're going to have to, 27, 28. A lot of these potentially might then miss out. We've got players like Caldara, Gilardini. I could probably do without Belotti. I could probably do without. And Verratti will be still a big part of it. But down the bottom end, we've got this guy, Marco de Grassa. Very, 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 very fast. Strong as well. He's only just turned 20. Is he starting? Yeah, he's at Palermo on the game. 20 goals in 37 games. I need to get him involved. So we've got Pellegrini, then we've got players, we've got Tonelli, Keane, Pellegrini, Donnarumma, Varnier, Cutrone, Chiesa, all fantastic players. Barreca is a decent left back that we've got as well. Romagnoli, Regani, two really, really good centre halves. Conti is a very solid right back. Bernardeschi's actually coming and done really well. Doesn't really suit. He's playing as a winger at the moment on that side, but he's doing pretty well. And obviously we've got Verratti. He actually missed the first 2 games. He was out of the first squad because he was injured. Brilliant player. I think the tactic we're using is pretty similar. Yeah, we got a winger on the right and then a pressing forward and attacking forward. We did have Belotti in there, but I'm going to give Cutrone a go in there for the foreseeable. I may even do that at the next episode. So the next game is Sunday the 13th. No, we'll probably miss it. We'll see if we get to the final. I think if we get to the final, we'll do that. What we'll do is, guys, we're going to continue with the Monaco rather than doing games in for the Italian national team. But if we get to a final, or maybe even a semi-final of the Nations Cup, if we manage to get through by getting something out of that England game, we will do that for an episode whenever that may be. So there it is. 3 points ahead of Rennes. Crucially, I think 5 points ahead of PSG and Marseille. There's only 3 spots for the Champions League. But it is looking very well. We just need to bolster. We have got money to spend. We've got £86 million in the transfer budget. We're just not quite at that top level of clubs. The players that actually want to come to us that are French. People are wanting Thomas Lemar. So these are a fair few French players. But ideally, we're over our wage budget anyway because I've had to offer Pellegrini a massive contract to stay. And I am keen on getting some French boys in. It may not be possible. To the summer. We do need to bolster. Oh, Lacazette. Don't think he can do it from an advanced forward. We possibly need another forward. See, he might be able to get a loan deal for that one. Possibly. See, for Toots in there, but he's centre midfield. We've got more than enough centre midfielders. Looking at Gylfi Sigurdsson, he's just been transfer listed. He's 33. Just as a loan, I'm keen on not just blowing the money in the January transfer window. Just something that might tie us over till the end of the season. Do that advanced sort of like playmaker, shadow striker role behind the front man, and it'll just lighten the load slightly. There's not a great deal out there at the moment. Somebody actually asked me before we finish. About Goebbels. Is it Goebbels? He is on loan at Roma. He was already gone by the time I'd arrived. He will be a big part of us for next year. So French, once again, can play as a striker, can play out wide. We will get him in the squad next season. Form-wise, he's done all right. He had a decent spell at Mönchengladbach, not so decent spell at Hertha Berlin. Most appearances as subs. But he's doing all right for Roma. 6 in 10. 10 in 14 in all competitions as well. So, guys, thank you very much for watching. Episodes of Baggio for the next few weeks are just going to be 1 a week, just while I finish the United Way. Baggio will be Saturday. United Way will be Tuesday, Sunday, just while I get the Man United one done. And then the sole focus for the rest of FM19, the rest of the series, really, of this, is just focusing on Baggio. I do want to go back to Italy at some point. I do want to get in a really random league. So maybe after I've stayed here for a couple of years, potentially won Liga, we may look at a random. There's teams like Argentinian teams, Boca Juniors, because Baggio's a big fan of Boca Juniors. That could be an option. Let me know in the comments where you would like Baggio to go before he heads home, before we look at taking on one of the big boys. I would love to take a Milan or Inter Milan or even possibly go back to Fiorentina. But let me know in the comments, guys, which country, which team, which league you would like to see Baggio managing before he heads back home. Right, guys, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed today's episode, please drop a like in there. It really does help this channel grow. The growth over the last few months has been absolutely amazing. I want to keep it going. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe, and I will see you for the next one next Saturday. Cheers, boys. See you later.